Hi guys, welcome back to Aunt Susie's Kitchen. Today we are going to make cookies, and not just any cookies. We're going to make a delicious pecan chocolate chip cookie that also has a little bit of rolled oats and coconut in it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to actually make double the recipe because why not? Whenever I make cookies, I always make double the recipe because I give away more than I keep for myself. So you can certainly half this recipe and still get a decent batch of cookies out of it. So inside my mixer, I have put 8 ounces of butter, which is 2 sticks. And I'm going to go ahead and cream the butter with sugar. I have 1 cup of white granulated sugar. And I also have 1 cup of light brown sugar. I'm going to shut it off and pop the lid and add this so I don't make a mess. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn the mixer on medium-high. And I'm going to go ahead and cream it until it's light and fluffy. And that's a really important step, guys, because this is the foundation for your cookie, and it's what helps your cookie get that nice rise without it collapsing. So don't skip this step. I'm also going to scrape the bowl down in between so that there isn't any butter clumps stuck on the bottom. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to give it one more quick scrape. Just make sure that everything is incorporated well, and it is. Nice and fluffy. You definitely want to make sure that you start out with room temperature butter. You don't want your butter to be too cold. I'm going to turn this back on, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the eggs. I need 2 eggs, and I'll add them one at a time. Okay, and one more time, I'm going to scrape the bowl down. Yeah, see down on the bottom, there's a lot of sugar and butter there that wasn't incorporated with the eggs. Great. Okay. Okay, I'm going to measure out 1 whole teaspoon of vanilla. I like to use clear vanilla because it doesn't add any additional color to your baked goods. Not that it matters when you're making chocolate chip cookies because they're brown anyway, but when you're making other things, especially whipped cream or something that's a very light color, it's nice to have the clear vanilla. Okay, that looks good. So I'm just going to stop the mixer for a second, and I'm going to grab my dry ingredients. I have a bowl here with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'll move this a little bit so you can get a view of this. So I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour here. To that, I'm going to add 1/2 a cup of quick oats. And I'm going to add 1/2 a cup of unsweetened coconut. Now, if you wanted to use sweetened coconut, you certainly could. But my suggestion to you then would be to cut back on the sugar and reduce it by about 1/4 cup because that would add way too much sugar to the party. So we're going to go ahead and add that. And then I need baking soda. I need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Let's measure that out. Perfect. And I also need 1 teaspoon of salt. Great. I'm just going to give these a quick mix. Okay, that looks really nice. Bring the mixer back over here so you can see. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the dry ingredients to the wet, just a little bit at a time though, because I don't want flour all over the kitchen. Okay, that's a good start. Now, my favorite part, I have 2 cups of milk chocolate chips. Milk chocolate, semi-sweet chocolate, dark chocolate, it's all about your personal preference or whatever you have on hand. I don't think there's really a wrong answer when it comes to chocolate chips. I measured out 2 cups of whole pecans and I gave them a rough chop and then I toasted them. So that's what this is now. So start with 2 cups of your favorite kind of nuts. I like pecans, and we're going to put them in there and give this one last mix. Okay, perfect. Again, you don't want to overmix it. You just want to make sure that everything is well incorporated. So now I'm going to scrape down the sides, get this in a nice, mound in the center, and I'm going to pop it in the refrigerator while I get my pans ready. And I have a 350-degree oven preheating. Okay, we're back. It's been about 20 minutes. I had the batter inside the refrigerator chilling. This is a really good step, especially if you like your cookies to keep their shape and not spread so much. That's a good trick to do that. It also makes them very easy to work with at this point. So I have a 2 tablespoon scoop here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure them out and then I'm going to roll them before they go in the oven. This will give them a nice uniform shape, but it will also make sure that in case I have like any air bubbles in them as I'm scooping them out, that I'll get rid of those. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna get about 3 or 4 pans, and then we're gonna go ahead and get them in the oven. Okay, now these are going to head off to a 350-degree preheated oven for about 11 or 12 minutes. Okay, so pull these cookies from the oven. I'm going to leave them on the parchment. And I'm just going to put them on the cooling racks so that they continue to cool. After I pulled them from the oven, I let them sit on the hot pan for about 4 minutes. And now I'm going to let them pretty much cool until I can handle them without them breaking up on this rack. Okay, so these cookies are cooled now. I'm just going to kind of maneuver a little bit so I don't have to get another rack. I'm just going to remove them from the paper that they're on. And now I'm going to let them 100% cool on the rack. The rack allows air circulation, top and bottom, and keeps them from getting soggy. Great. Just go ahead and grab this pan over here. The other one came off so much easier. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. So let's go ahead now and cut into one of these and see exactly what kind of cookie we have here. Now, if this came out the way I intended, we have a crispy outside and a tender inside. So this looks like a good one. They're still warm. So you hear that? Hear that crunch? So I definitely have that crispy outside that I'm looking for. And look at the inside. Look how nice and soft and gooey that is. Delicious. Definitely have crunch around the outer side, which is what I was looking for. And on the inside, delicious, delicious, warm, gooey cookie. It's almost like a silky cookie, and then you get that taste of the pecans and of course the chocolate, little tiny hint of those unsweetened coconut flakes, which are absolutely delicious. Oh my goodness. So this right here, this is milk's best friend. So I am going to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button. Come and visit us on social media, Aunt Susie's Kitchen on Facebook, Aunt Susie's Kitchen on Instagram. Come back here, see us again, because there's always something good cooking in Aunt Susie's Kitchen. And I'm gonna go get a big glass of milk and polish off some of these cookies.